Hello again and welcome back. Here we are again to talk about JavaScript and data visualization with HTML and CSS. In our last adventure, we added this overlay here and it's working pretty good. Let's, try another idea. And again, these are just ideas and I'm hoping that you're going to take them, beyond what I'm doing, but maybe this will inspire you in some way, right? So what I thought might be a good idea is I like the sorting here because it tells a story, but also it might be fun if we could sort it in and then see what it looks like in different arrangements, right? And so what I'm thinking is why don't we add a couple buttons here, and if you click a button we can say sort by gender or sort by fair or sort by age or something like that, right? And then it'll rearrange everything here. So let's go through this, right? So first of all, we need some buttons, right? So let's go to our HTML document here. And so let me close that, right? So let's go to our HTML document and our passengers, our Titanic passengers are here. So and remember, we're adding all the passenger divs inside this div, so I think it's best for us to maybe put our buttons outside, right? And you could add some more markup here if you thought that it would kind of help arrange things on the page, right? So what I think I'm going to do is add another div, and then I'll add a couple buttons, right? So there's the first button. Let's do sort by age. How about that, right? And you could add your own if you want for any property, right? Let's do sort by fair, okay? And let's do another one. Let's do sort by embarked, right? And you could add as many of these as you want. Now, let's also use the idea from the previous video of handling the sorting using event delegation. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll give each of these buttons a class name, right? And the class name can be unique for each button, right? So I'll say class, how about sort by age. I prefer the kebab case when doing class and ID names. So I don't like to do camel case for this. So I'm going to say sort by fair, and then this one will be sort by embarked. Okay, so now that we've got our buttons, we can see them down at the bottom here, right? Now, we're already sorting this, but maybe we'll rearrange it, right? So we can put it in the original order, when it starts, and then we can click the button to sort and see what happens, right? So let's go to our script now, okay? So what I want to do now is I want to be able to handle the click on one of those sorting buttons. So up here I've got an event listener for mouse over and an event listener for mouse out. So let's add a new one. So let's say document.body.add event listener, and the event we're looking for is a click event, and we'll handle that with a function, right? And our function is going to take the event object, right? So if a click occurs at the body tag, this function will be run, and the event object will have a target property, and that target property will contain the element that was clicked on, the actual element on the page, right? And if it's one of these buttons, we can match it, right? So let's do that. Let's say, hey, if let's see, if e dot target dot matches, and what do I have here? I've got sort by, I think I put sort by age. Let's do else if, and then do sort by fair, else if, and then we'll do sort by embarked. Okay? So hopefully if we click on one of these buttons, then, whatever, we should be inside this if block and we can do something, right? So let's talk about sorting. And actually, I have some code up here that we talked about in one of the previous videos that sorts on various things. So I have, a block here that's going to sort on gender, right? I have another one here that sorts on survived, right? I should have done those. Maybe that's going to be your challenge, right? And this one sorts on embarked. So what I think I'll do is I'll just cut this whole thing out. Actually, it's better. Let's do it this way. Let's make a function. Let's do sort embarked. How about that, right? Right, isn't that what we do every time we have code that we want to reuse? We can put it in a function, right? So by putting it in the function, you can see that the sorting is now missing, or at least the embarked sorting, like the survived sorting is in there, right? And the gender sorting, right? But now I've got like sort by embarked, right? Let's make a new function here to sort by age. Let's say sort age, right? And we'll just do the same thing we did up here, and let's review sort. So sort is a mutating method, so it's going to change the data array. It's not going to return a new array. So we'll say data.sort. Sort takes in a sorting function. So we'll write a function in here, right? So there's our sorting callback or sorting function. And the sorting function receives two properties, A and B, okay? So these are both one of the items from data, right? So each one of these is one of the items from data. And what sort wants us to do is return a negative number if A should come before B, or a positive number if A should come after B, or a 0 if A and B should not change their position in the order, okay? So in the case of age, we have an easy one because we can just say return a.fields.age minus b.fields.age. And the idea is, let's say this person is age of 25 and this person is age of 20. Then if I subtract b from a, then their b is younger, then the number would be 5, which is a positive number. So that says a should come after b. Okay? If a was 25 and b was 35, then the number is negative. If I subtract 35 from 25, I get negative 10. So a negative number says a should be sorted before b. Okay? So now we've got our sort age and sort embarked, right? So let's go down here now, and in our code down here, we can just call sort age, right? And down here we can say sort embarked, okay? And actually, I guess we didn't do sort fair yet. Maybe you could stop the video and try that one on your own. Okay, how did you do? Let's review it, right? So essentially we could use this sort age as a model because fair is a number. So let's try that. Let's do function sort fair, and we'll say data dot, oops, not default status. Let's do data dot sort. We need a function to sort, or a sorting function. And our sorting function is going to take A and B as, two inputs, and it's going to return. And since again fair is a number, we can do A dot fields dot fair minus B dot fields dot fair. Okay. So now we can use, I can see I'm not using this yet because it's kind of gray, right? So let's go take a look down below and add that in, right? So I'll scroll down here, and I've got my sort button there, and let's give it a try. So what if I sort by age? Oh wait, one more thing, right? I forgot. If we call this sort age, it sorts the data, but it doesn't redraw the divs, right? It doesn't restyle them. So what we need to do is we need to go through or get our function right here, this for each, and we need to do all the code here again. Okay? So we'll have to run this code again because it loops over every passenger and it sets the style based on the information, right? So if we change the order in the div or in the data array, then all these divs will get styled differently, right? Okay. So again, best strategy here is make a function, right? Because we want to run this code more than once. So we'll say, let's call this render passengers, right? And then I'll just take all of this code here and put it inside the render passengers method. Let me format it here. And now all my passengers are gone, right? So the first time we run the code, we should call render passengers one time. So that gets everybody to show up, right? So without this, you know, no passengers, right? Okay, but undo them, all the passengers show up. Okay, actually here we have all the passengers, but the divs are all no style. So they don't have a background color, they don't have a border, they don't have a height and width. None of these styles are applied to them. Okay, so let's call this once. Remember, this goes outside of the function. We could put this all the way at the bottom of our page too. So what we want to do now is whenever we sort, we want to call render passengers again. Okay. And you know, we could do that in a couple places. We could put it inside the sort function. So that might be anytime we sort something, we also want to re-render passengers, or we could just put it here. So when you click the button, you're going to sort and render passengers. So I'm going to put it here like this. Okay, let's give it a try. So let's say sort by age. Oh, So yeah, it looks like older passengers died, younger passengers died, but age, we have a lot of survivors in the age 49 to 45. Wait, that doesn't quite seem like they're sorted on age quite correctly. Let's see, this one's 0.75 years, 0.83, so that actually looks pretty good. For some reason, these guys in here are not quite sorted right. 19, 19, 21. Actually, this looks good. 22, 22, 23. Wait, maybe I didn't read it correctly early. 24, 25, 26, 27. Actually, those look pretty good. Oh, wait, but this one says age of 1. And 48. Oh, age undefined. So yeah, we do have some problems with the undefined. So age 3. Let me think about that. I think this is pretty close though. Okay, let's try sort on embarked. Oh, there we go. So that one looks correct, right? All the blue ones are together, the yellow ones and the red ones. Let's do sort by fare. So there's sort by fare. So actually, it kind of looks pretty mixed. Maybe if you paid a little more, it looks like more of these guys are surviving down here, but not that much more, right? So anyway, hopefully that's an interesting, another example to explore. So now we've kind of created a you know, sort of a semi, you know, interactive arrangement here. And actually note that if we sort and then sort again, it's not like we're undoing the sort and starting over. We've sorted and then we're sorting again on top of the previous sort, right? So that's why you could click on this and it could change every time and then be a little bit different, you know, when, you know, every time you click on it, right? So just keep that in mind, you know. So I guess my challenge to you would be to add a couple more sorting parameters and then maybe move these other sort functions or these other sort blocks into functions and then call those from your buttons, right? So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that that was interesting and maybe inspires your Titanic project.